Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, Marshall. Well, happy holidays, everyone. It's the Q&A before Christmas. The census office will be off next Monday and Tuesday, so we probably won't be responding to tickets those 2 days. And then the week after that, we'll be off the Monday and Tuesday. And also, I just want to say that next Wednesday, we're going to cancel the Q&A. It's usually really dead the weekend between Christmas and New Year's. So we're going to cancel that and we'll resume the Q&A the Wednesday after the 1st. Angela's been logging a lot of defects, so do take a look at the known issues list for new issues. A lot of them even today or this week, we've been logging a lot of them. And one that I want to mention that we're getting a lot of tickets on today is the cert 84 and cert 48. So that is a known issue. So you don't have to ask that question here. If it looks like they shouldn't be getting that error, they probably shouldn't be getting that error. There's an issue with it. What else do I want to say? Oh, fall one, you guys did a great job. It looked really good. And we're in the amendment window now. So if you need to recertify, you can deapprove and reapprove and do all that. If you need to make any corrections to your fall one, the final deadline is January 26th, I believe. And we are also in fall two. And the fall two deadline is March 1st. And there is no amendment window for fall two. So you want to make sure you're completely done with fall two by that deadline. Hopefully a week or two before that deadline. What else? I think that really is all I have to say. Angela, did you have anything you want to talk about with the issues?
They can't get it in the user manual just yet, or they can, Angela?
Get what?
They can see the known issues list inside of the user manual?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, the dev team did make a change on Tuesday morning to how that known issues list is accessed. You have to be logged into CALPADS, and they broke it yesterday. So it was only showing fixed items, which kind of defeats the purpose of that. So who's driving here? Is that Alex?
Paul.
So he's driving to it if it's in the footer. So it's in the same place it's always been. It just, if you click on that, it opens up directly in CALPADS rather than a separate window, the active. And so then they broke it yesterday, and then they tried to fix it. They tried to fix it later in the day, and now it's listing the active issues twice. So still a work in progress, but at least the active issues are showing up there.
So this is showing up to 6742, and we now have 6743 for being able to delete STEM records in OM. It's not working. And then we have 6744, which is the cert 48 and cert 84s are triggering invalidly. So those should be appearing later,
yeah,
I guess.
Thanks, Gary. Yeah, and those two cert errors are triggering on staff who have an employment end date prior to information day. Not valid.
And that's that. So let's see. Oh, we have about 104 folks here. And there we go. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And Kelly likes my Christmas sweater. I'm a big Peanuts fan. So I like the sweater too. Thank you, Kelly. Carrie's awesome sweater is saying it's my time to shine. So that's pretty cool. Q1 from Richard. The migration which broke the ODS extracts, when will that be done? I'm retired after Friday and trying to help start up F2. Ooh. Well, congratulations on your retirement. I still have about 4 years to go.
Yeah, sorry, that will not be fixed by before then, Richard. Sorry about that.
Q1 from Anna. Why is the revised uncertified snapshot taking so long to refresh? The last revision create date was 12/17/23. I'm waiting on this new snapshot to recertify for our fall one data. For fall one, it should be, if you've made, especially if you've made any updates, it should automatically kick off a new revision. But if nothing's happening, put a ticket in and we'll force a revision.
I would show to make sure that they know how to get to the latest revised and certified.
Yeah, thanks. I was going to ask, are they actually sure they're looking at the right one?
Yeah,
Can you
that screen is
navigate there?
confusing. It defaults to the certified version, and you kind of have to go dig for the revised and certified.
I get what you're saying. Okay.
So Paul, do you have CALPADS up? Can you navigate to that?
For Santa Barbara certification status. It's unified too. They merged a while back.
A lot of Santa Barbaras.
Yeah, they used to be separate districts. back in the day.
I'm seeing like 3 people saying they have the same issue in the chat.
Fall
Yeah,
one.
I was working on somebody today, and I
Isn't
have
it fall, she was asking about fall one.
yeah. So drill down to that.
Oops.
Go back to that screen, Paul. And she wants to find her revised uncertified copy.
For fall what?
I'm opening it in a different tab.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she's right. It's the 1217 on that. So that's interesting. I did have one that I thought was taking too long today, but not even nearly as long as yours for Santa Barbara. And when I put in a request, they came back and said it's in the queue. And that district had posted last night around 5 p.m. So I would have expected a new revision by now, and it wasn't done yet. So I wonder, we turned on fall 2 on Saturday. So I wonder if having both revisions running at the same time is just slowing things down. But that Santa Barbara, you definitely should have had one by now.
Yeah, geez, that's 3 days ago. Something's weird. So we'll look into that and maybe we'll force a revision to, or at least attempt to force a
Yeah, I
revision.
wouldn't mind a ticket for that one if you want to put that in and ask for Angela, and I'll have more ammunition in my pocket if I could say you've been waiting since the 17th.
All righty. Next question Q1. Sorry, Marcel, I got to remember to say that. From Amber, is there an issue with the program extract? Mine is stuck in request raise status both yesterday and today. I did have a few tickets on that yesterday, and when I went back and checked today, they had finally got their extract working. I'm not sure if that's something gets stuck, and I'm not sure if it gets unstuck or if someone has to restart something. But maybe try and get the extract again if it's still stuck and see if it works better today if you request it again.
We have a couple tickets on that today, Gary, and I did put a request into the support channel to see if they could take a look for us, and I have not heard back yet.
Okay. Stephanie has not received any revision since yesterday as well. So we might something might be going on. And Q1, since I am relatively new to the SELPA data management position, and it is the first time I am going through the fall 1 reporting process, I wanted clarification regarding whether LAA should continue to submit CALPADS transactions from SACE for the data that comes after census day, or suspend submitting until they are SELPA certified. I have conflicting information. What is your recommendation? Excuse me. And please explain why. Well, it's kind of up to you. Anything after census day should not affect fall 1. So you should be perfectly fine uploading SPED information that doesn't affect fall 1 as long as it's got dates after census day.
Isn't that, Martha, please correct me if I'm wrong, I thought we put out a letter for this one, or is that the flash that hasn't gone out yet?
You know, I don't know about sending in additional data. I think it's okay. I think in the past we've had problems with some of our validations, and it was going to generate a validation that we didn't want you guys to worry about. But I think the validations are in a better place where for SPED especially is only looking at things that are valid as of census day. So I think it would be okay. And that's the reason why maybe there's confusion in the past. We asked you to restrict and not send new things up. And I think even in EOI, if you were trying to get ahead on the next year, EOI was, having difficulties. And so we just wanted to make it easier for the LEAs not to have to worry about the future and only focus on the current submission.
But I thought Brandy put messaging out specifically for this one for fall 1.
To stop sending in future data? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't recall whether it said to stop sending in future data. I just know it had guidance for which data to submit and by the certification. And I don't think Brandy's on the call.
She's
Right.
not, but her point was we were in the deadline week, and so she wanted everybody to just entirely focus
Right.
on October. What was that active on October 4th, so that people could certify. And everybody's done now, so we can move
Should
on.
be
And
fine.
now
Especially if you're already LA approved or SELPA approved and you're not going to make any changes, it shouldn't be a problem. But again, that's your decision. Okay, Q1 from Robin. Flash 264 last 264 days that when a student is attending school at one LA, but receiving services at another one, the primary enrollment should be with the LEA where the student is attending school. Is this also true for preschool students, considering that they were required to report preschool students' SPED services, not regular school enrollment? Or could the services LEA just add the students to CALPADS themselves? I might need a SPED person to help me out with this one.
They're not on the call. I think they have a conflict
Oh.
with the Q&A. So I think, Robin, you're going to have to send in a ticket for this.
I mean, we have, oh, there's this, yeah. Yeah, put in a ticket. I don't want to give any wrong information for SPED related data. Q1 from Kimberly, on the SSID extract, if the SWD indicator equals yes, what is the criteria? Is it the student is eligible and participating in special education program at any point during the enrollment and the plan record is effective at any point during the enrollment? In the SSID extract notes, user guide, it tells you how that field gets to be yes or no, but I believe it is the having an active SWDS record will do that.
At any point during the enrollment, but it's a good question because I was questioning that myself just recently, and I don't see Meredith on the call. She's our SME for students with disabilities, and I had a discussion with her about it, and so I think she said she was going to revisit that to say it would only be a yes if the student was still active currently.
Okay. Sean from CDE says, congratulations to all the LAs for meeting the Fall 1 initial certification deadline. Q1 from Eldrick, is there an issue with the snapshot? Mine is showing last review. Okay, so this is along the same lines. I think we're gonna ask about it and see what's going on. They shouldn't be taking that long. Q2 from Anna, we'll come back to that. Q2 from Richard, we'll come back to that. Q2 from Kimberly, we'll come back to that. Q1 from Shelley. The known issues is showing in CALPADS now, but it opens in the current page instead of opening a new tab. Can it be changed to open in a different tab instead of the same window? Yeah, we noticed that yesterday ourselves, and then it turns out they are doing that on purpose because of some type of a security, what they thought or think is a security issue. So that has to open inside of CALPADS now. So that's the way it's going to be. I know I preferred it in the tab, a separate tab myself, but apparently that's outside of CALPADS.
I think they probably could do that, Gary, that it could stay in CALPADS, but just open in a separate tab, because that's what I've been doing. I've just been right clicking on it and say open in a new tab.
That's what I just did on screen.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Oh,
so
right click.
Yeah,
okay.
use that as a workaround. We can ask and see if they can just make sure it opens in a new tab.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm right there with you too, Shelley, because I'll have my student information up and I want to look at an issue and it's like, oh, it just overwrote my page I had. So, okay, good workaround there. Comment from Audrey. The message said LA should only stop sending future data if they still had Fall 1 errors to clear. But once errors are cleared, no issues with submitting data after census day. Thanks, Audrey. Oh, my page is flipping all over the place. Sorry about that. Oh, we're already down to the bottom of Q1s. Let's go back to Q2s. First Q2 from Anna. What report number is the SPED count comparison, the past year's and this year's count that was on report 16.11 on now after the redesign? Anyone know off the top of their head?
Timestamp for that?
310, Q2 from Anna.
I'm pretty positive that it was decided we're not doing a comparison for this fall one, just because the comparison would be between the old SPED files and then the new files. And so it's being postponed till next year, so it can look between the same file types.
That's right. Thanks, Alex. I remember that now. Q2 from Richard. ODS extracts were including large numbers of records for other LEA students. Definitely corrupt, and I believe we have an issue on that, a known issue for that. That was logged by Angela yesterday, I believe. Q2 from Kimberly. Is there an issue with the GSE extract? It is pulling old plan effective start dates in previous academic years when the requesting LA is no longer the LA, such as ninth graders being pulled for elementary district. And there has been a more recent plan effective start date in the 23-24 year. We have an issue with a DSEA extract that we know about.
I think it's unknown, so Kimberly, it would be helpful if you send in a ticket.
Okay, Q1 from Larney. Are there steps in the CALPADS user manual to determine who the CTE completers to be surveyed for PSTS Fall 1, Fall 2 current, or do we have a new process?
I thought the steps were in the training video. Is Kyron on
It's
the
in
call?
the it's in the user manual.
Oh, thanks, Kyron.
If you go to the PSTS for Fall 2, it should give you the steps. Scroll down. Maybe that's not it.
What's the template?
I think it's above that.
How do I
Yeah.
identify students to survey?
Yeah.
So there it is in the user manual. And
I think
at
you have
320,
to
Nate
adjust the
posted-
year, the dates on that though, right? The particular year.
It's current.
Okay, thanks, Kyron.
There is just that one report that overlapped 21-22 because we were still in the old format at that time.
And at 320, Nate posted the link to that documentation. Thanks, Nate. And at 321, Gary's awesome sweater says, sometimes I perspire a lot. You could say I'm a big sweater. Q1 from Nicole. I had someone from another district tell me that sometimes the CALPADS direct cert file does not include all eligible students because of matching discrepancies. She asked her county office for the original data file to verify. Is this worthwhile to look into?
It's not the county office necessarily. It's the county that has what is it called? Human assistance. It can be worthwhile. It's hard to know, Nicole, your situation and what the effort would be. So I think you guys have to, find out. I don't know if there's an added cost to get that list and then do the work to do the comparison and see how many more kids can you find on the county list that weren't found on the direct cert list. And it's true, direct cert does some matching and sometimes we don't find the kids necessarily. So there are some districts that gain, 10 kids, 30 kids. It's hard to say.
Okay, Q1 from Claudia. A Fall 2 warning. I'm getting a warning SELPA 54 for a student that was with us back in 2011, and there's the SSID number. We can't bring that up on the screen because of secure issues for the student, but maybe we want a ticket for this one so we can investigate. I guess.
What is SELPA 54?
Yeah, what's SELPA 54?
It's English language start date must be greater than student birth date.
Oh, well, that makes sense. They kind of
It's
weird
a
that it would be
DD
popping up.
warning.
It might be something that can be corrected. I'm not sure. But if it's a warning, it won't prevent approval. Be weird if there is a date that's before the student's birth date in there, but back in 2011, we didn't have near the validations that we have now to prevent things like that. So maybe it's squeaked in.
I did pull the student up, and boy, their ELAS history is a mess. Before we, yeah. Well, even I don't know if you look at the dates. It was before we were real strict about how ELAS records got in, but that student went from RFAP to EEO to EL.
The student graduated in 2015.
Oh boy. Why are we even giving a warning? That's interesting.
It looks like a bad mid combine because the birth date of the latest one is 2011, but the student started way back in 2006.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Kyron. So if we can get a ticket on this one and anyone at CSIS, we can escalate that to Thorne.
Yeah.
So that'd be great.
And Richard has a comment, mids should not merge if it breaks SELPA rules. So that might be something that we need to put in place at some point.
We are working on that.
We agree, 100%.
All right, it's 3:24 and there we go. There's a question. Thanks, Wendy. Q1, I had a request for records from a former student whose last enrollment ended in 2008. Their exit date is incorrect. The transcript shows them as completing all of their credits, but the CALPADS record indicates that they exited on a different date with an E140. Is this something we should correct when we find them, or just leave the CALPADS record alone? I'm such a data nerd that it bothers me to have incorrect data in the system, even if it's old. 2008, we weren't even doing CALPADS in 2008.
We had
if you
IDs back then.
Yeah, I guess if you can correct historical data, if you know that it's inaccurate, CALPADS shouldn't stop you. It just won't show up on any reports back then, because they don't generate any snapshot reports from way back when don't update. And if the student's long gone, then no current records will be affected. But I agree, it's kind of nice to have everything right in the database. Q1 from Marina. I have a Cert 79 for one teacher, no enrollment for the course. I do see students in this section. What am I missing? Good question. If you're seeing students, sometimes it could be if you have a semester 1, a semester 2, if that's not lined up right. Like if maybe you have a full year in one place, but semester 1 in one place, if it's not lined up, sometimes it looks like you're all good, but you have to make sure things are lined up. So you can put a ticket in and we can check for you. Any more questions? You guys are taking it easy on us. The date. What do we got? 6 days before Christmas now? 6? No, 5. Coming fast. Merry Christmas, Cami.
I only have 4 packages left to be delivered.
I know, that's us too. We're waiting. We have like about the same, and they say they're going to be here by Friday, so we're open.
Same here too. I'm waiting till 9 o'clock tonight.
Q1 from Anush. Fall 1, my TK students are not being counted in the Title III eligible count, but the count should include Re-Enrollup, correct? I have an SSID being counted when the U.S. school is less than 3 years. Indicator is no. Can you please advise? This might be one we need to take it into to be able to investigate a little further. I don't remember that we had any issues, so there could be. I don't think there's an issue, but it's something that we can definitely look into.
Title III includes 3-year-olds?
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought we had a conversation this morning that on that call that was on the SPED call that it's TK and up.
TK, yes, but not 3-year-olds, right?
Yeah, so I
You
think
have
it's
to
the
be
age
Yeah.
that's triggering
Charlene
it.
says 3 to 21-year-olds.
The student is in high school though, so the birth date is 2008 for that SSID.
Oh,
Okay. Then yes, they should. But why are they in TK?
why is TK?
Go
Something
ahead,
doesn't make
put in a
sense.
ticket. Yeah, we had too many questions. Go ahead and put in a ticket.
Yeah.
So you can assign this one to me. I'll probably look into it.
Oh, it's 2
She
questions.
said it's 2 questions.
Okay. Yeah, a ticket will be helpful for that one, so we can investigate a little more.
2 separate tickets then. Okay, 2 questions.
Two tickets, 2 questions. That is much easier for us.
Yeah.
On the night of the 24th, Santa will bring clean submissions to all the good little LEAs. Q1 from Anne. Is there a plan to have some of the CRDC information pulled from CALPADS someday? It seems like some of the data points could be pulled from CALPADS.
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been asked and answered many times. And the
Yeah,
answer we always get back is no.
Federal reporting versus state reporting, but we understand your pain.
Q1 from Jennifer. Should TK be included in the ODS 1.18 report? The TK grade level is not even a filter option. TK should be included in the snapshot reports. I think they're updating the ODS reports.
Right. Yeah, it's in the backlog. So it was the ODS reports always take a lower precedence for us because the snapshot reports are what gets sent to CDE for certification. So eventually that report should get updated.
But it's not all TK. It's only the TK that turned 5 before April 2nd.
April 2nd, yep. Q1 from Roger. In addition to CRDC, is it possible to have CalPADS do my taxes? What?
Oh man.
Unless well, maybe if it gave me a refund.
You don't want me doing your taxes. I'm like, that would be the equivalent of me singing.
Good point, Angela. Okay, 3:31. Any more questions?
I want to know what Richard's planning on doing for his retirement. My favorite was a gentleman retired a few years ago, and his first thing he was going to do is, forget the name of it. It's the ride across Iowa, ride your bicycle across the state of Iowa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He says he's buying a trailer and Sing America. That sounds
Oh, that's
exciting.
cool.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
He's gonna drive across Iowa.
Try not to hit any of the cyclists, please.
Wendy says, thank you for these weekly Q&As and all of your help with everything. We appreciate you all and wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy and blessed New Year. Thank you, Wendy. Shelley asks, when is the next Q&A? It is the 3rd. We're canceling next week's, but the Wednesday after New Year's, we'll be back.
Yeah, though Martha, that week is usually pretty quiet too. I think last year we took a hiatus for 2 weeks and came back on the following Wednesday. But I won't be here, so you guys do what you want to do.
We're gonna have it, and it's gonna be as fast as possible.
Okay, maybe a new record for Q&A time. Richard says, look, corn. we drove to Ohio one time, or actually Pennsylvania, and there was a lot of corn. Richard is going to dive into the Monterey Bay. Look, more corn. Gary's awesome sweater. I will probably spend my retirement in the back of Gary's closet.
Yes.
You guys are in rare form today.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
That's the other Alex. And I'm like, I have no idea where the other Alex is from.
Alex, not Manriquez.
I'm like, yes, I love it.
More corn in Iowa.
Yep.
That's where Richard's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Susanna, yeah, it says what is corn? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Corn in Iowa.
All right, guys. I guess we're going to call it. Give everyone a Christmas present of 30 more minutes. And we will be back again on the 3rd of January. Go ahead, Sean.
I don't know. I just have an off the topic question. So Marshall, the picture, the updated picture, I've been meaning to ask for like the last 2 meetings. Where is that one from? Because I'm like, it reminds me of Prince and
oh no,
the guy. You guys know the
you
other
just
guy.
you opened another door for Nate. Nate's not on this call, is he?
There's a going to Iowa, and I have his vote.
Oh no!
I can't wait for like the trainings, and then Nate's gonna do a meme of you.
Oh no! Here we go! Here we go!
It's the other guy, and he's with Tricky and.
Yeah, are you talking about from the time?
Yes, there you go.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. We won't mention his name because Nate's busy looking him up to try to make a meme.
Thank you, Amanda.
Oh, Amanda.
Okay, hey Martha, is it okay if I go ahead and share up table content? Because I did promise last week that I would get it done this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the chat the creating, maintaining SSID for students with disabilities in CalPADS. For I think someone said that they were new to SELPA. That's from Brandy's webinar about a week ago. Here's the transcript coming your way. And then just for you, I'm going to go ahead and put in the redesign for SPED like that. If you go ahead and download that and put it in a folder on your desktop, if you put them all in there, you'll be able to search that whole folder for informations and tips and tricks that's going on like that. So that the video is public, and if you go ahead and subscribe to the our channel, when we put it on, even though it hasn't hit the flash out or something like that, you'll get a little notification that there's something new on our website, and you'll be able to get a hold of that a lot quicker than just waiting around for a message to come out. Okay.
Thanks, Marshall.
No problem.
And with that, I think we're gonna call it. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, everybody. We'll see you on the 3rd, maybe.
Sounds good.
Come
you guys
back and check on us once in a while, Richard, if you get bored.
Yeah, come on in. All right, guys, I got it from here.
All right, thanks, Marshall.
No problem. Bye.